Hello, everybody, and welcome to another series of episodes on Poland Daily Travel. We've got some really cool stuff in store for you. We're going northeast of Warsaw. We're going to go to Pultusk, which is on the beautiful Narew River. It's a great place to hang out in the summer with its 800-meter-long cobbled marketplace. This was once a major stopping-off place for coaches and commerce on the way from Warsaw to Vilnius. Heck, even Napoleon stayed here one night. Actually, it was 2 or 3 nights after the Battle of Pultusk. There's also a nice, affordable hotel in the castle with a very pleasant restaurant. There you can get all the Polish food you love to eat. From Pultusk, we head back to Serocz, which is just a tiny village at the juncture, the confluence of the Bug and the Narew rivers. From there, the Bug and the Narew combine to make Lake Zegja, or the Zegja Reservoir. Talk about picturesque. I mean, you won't want to miss this when you come to Warsaw. If you want to see any nearby nature at all, well, you have a lot. There's the Campinos Forest as well. But this is well worth a trip. But watch out. A lot of people here in the summer. It's extremely popular. From the Zegja Reservoir, the combined rivers flow all the way to Modlin. Modlin's where the new modern airport is, the adjunct to the Chopin Airport in Warsaw, where you can get all kinds of, let's say, cheaper flights. And you can always stop off by the river and look at the Modlin Fortress. This is really impressive. First built by Napoleon and extended by the Russians, there are 2.5 kilometers of barracks. 20,000 troops would have once lived here. So this is an exciting group of episodes looking at something completely different, something unexpected, very near Warsaw, a strategic area for kings and princes over the centuries, and a strategic place for tourists today. Hope you enjoy it. Watch Poland Daily Travel. Why do we do it? We do it for you. I'm Will Richardson. Thanks for watching. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Poland Daily Travel. I wonder where we are. It's an interesting place. We're standing, obviously, in a large town square. In fact, it's about 400 meters in length. And some say it's the longest market square in the entire of Europe. It's certainly the longest one of its kind in Poland. We're in the town of Pultusk. That's right, Pultusk. Pultusk. The old name being Tusk, and Pul in Polish means half. So half a Tusk for what it's worth. At any rate, you can see behind me, it's a nice view, isn't it? You see the town hall, and then the old tower, Renaissance tower, stretching out before you. Yes, the town got its charter in about 1339, 1340, and it really flourished during the 1500s and 1600s, or should I say I believe that's correct. No, the 1400s and 1500s, that's right, and was one of the main market towns in this part of Poland, if not the main one. It's located on the Narew River. The Narew River, very important. It flows from Belarus and then meets, or we should say the Bug River flowing from Lviv meets it not far from here at a place called Serocz. It's just a small village. And but this area was served by these rivers, and Pultusk became a very important market town because the Narew, which is flowing just down there, towards the Vistula, was a major artery for delivering grain from here up to Gdansk. So this market square would have been absolutely full of people virtually all the time in the old days. You can see today hardly anyone here. It's not a big town, Pultusk, and it's much more popular during the middle of the summer. It's a getaway for people from Warsaw to come and hang out. A lot of people have działkas, or they're the small houses, little dachas in the area. As I say, it's very beautiful in the summer and often very, very packed out with people. But it has a rich history. And let's go look around and see some of the buildings and make our way. Because beyond this particular building, we have the castle, the Polonia Castle, which was a very famous and important stronghold of the time. So Pultusk, it was a small settlement, but once it became a city, it really took on importance, but a bit later than some of the other cities that we've looked at in Poland daily. Also, if you will remember, we were traveling along the Police River, which runs way to the south of Warsaw. This is a bit north, about 50 miles from Warsaw, and in this area we have the largest tributary of the Wisła to the east. So let's go take a look around and maybe we'll examine those buildings. So stay with us on Poland Daily Travel as we are in Pultusk and the surrounding environment for the next series of episodes. I don't know if you are a jogger or not, but if you were to jog once around this whole, from this one end to the other end and around, you'd be doing about 1 kilometer. It's a long walk, and you could certainly get your exercise. But there's one thing that comes to mind as I'm walking along here right now, and I knew about this before, and that is the fact that Napoleon was here. In fact, Napoleon was right here. He stayed in this particular house for 2 nights or 3 nights in 1806. That was right after the Battle of Pultusk, when the Imperial French army met the Imperial Russian army. The French won. And as a result, this particular area eventually would evolve into the Duchy of Warsaw under Napoleonic rule. Didn't last that long, but it lasted for a while. And this is the house. It's a simple apartment house now. It's been divided into many apartments, and as you can see, not improved very much, but an historic place nonetheless. He stayed here, I think, two or three nights. But at any rate, there's a nice big plaque there, and once you delve into that, you will realize an important part of the history of Poland at that time, because Napoleon, coming when he did and defeating the Russians, was a very important moment because of the partitioning of Poland that had taken place between the Prussians and the Russians and the Austrians, Austro-Hungarians, in 1795. So the fact that Napoleon was here is a big thing in Polish history. And the fact that the battle was fought, the decisive battle was fought near here, and not the only decisive battle in history that was fought near here for a start, but we'll come to that more. Battle of Warsaw, for example. This is really a place of commemoration. And it's interesting that it still exists in a fairly dilapidated state, and people just live there. In fact, the fanciest thing about the whole house is the plaque, which says in big letters, Napoleon. Well, this was put by some French society, and why not? Because it's worth commemorating that at that particular moment, Napoleon's carriage would have come down the square and stopped right here. He would have alighted, gone into that house, and he would have stayed there, and that's where he would have slept while savoring and celebrating his victory over the Russians. In fact, a victory which is so important that it is commemorated as one of the victories on the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. Yeah, Napoleon was here, and we are too. We're in Pultusk. We're about 50 miles from Warsaw, and enjoying a walkabout. Stay with us for more on Poland Daily Travel. I'm Will Richardson.